and welcome to the first game analysis of 7.27b. This is one of my buddies is playing. He requested another replay. Unfortunately, that was locked off because of the patches and whatnot. So I've kind of just taken a random game that he played yesterday. This patch is somewhat new, so we're kind of all learning 7.27b together. He is playing Spectre here. He's laning with the Snapfire. And they do see a slaughter here, so a little bit of a... I'm going to keep it on the player perspective, at least for the first 10-15 minutes. He actually daggers through. He tries to sneak on in for the shackle. Oh, he does get it in the end. But does he commit for more? Interesting. Okay. So he got that one. Quap got the other one. And the final one was done taking my Alchemist. Okay. So it's 2-2. I mean, a little bit of a skirmish there just to kind of get into the next piece, so to speak. But, okay. Little body blocks. And the Quap Invoker mid, again, we're going to focus on the bottom lane. And we'll change it up throughout, but I'm not sure entirely how long this game is, but this is definitely a rough lineup to go up against. Snapfire does need to do a good job, and I'm going to just change it here. But he needs to start clicking on the heroes. He needs to see which one is weaker in terms of who has the least amount of health regen. Seeing as they're both kind of equal. I think that if you focus on the Shaman, you're probably off in a better spot. Mind you, Shaman went Shackle... Oh, the nice bash there. Into that. Yeah, I think Spectre, you probably could have gotten some extra shots in there. And he got bashed again, and he gives up first blood. Never a good start. But Shaman, okay. Just do... I don't want to rewind this. But basically, when they were shackling, you actually backpedaled here. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Right? So the shackle's going to happen here. And you're in position, but you're letting him do free damage on your Snapfire right here. This is where, right? You're bashing. You need to get in there. Yeah, you throw the dagger, but why are you running away? Right? If you're a teammate, you need to get in and just get as many attacks as you can. Get him low so that he thinks, oh shit, I'm in. Like you could have done like 25% more damage, right? Or he got him at 25%, right? So that's kind of the thing where you need to just make sure that you're doing enough damage and then taking advantage of the fact that they're not even focused on you. If they focus on you, great. Okay, but you dagger on away. Okay, so this is turning into a worrying bit of a lane. But mind you, Slardar is kind of annoying because of this bash. You have to click on this guy and see the number of bashes, the buffs that he has. Every time he gets to 3, you need to respect him and back off. Because you want to make him waste the 4th hit, the bash hit, getting for a last hit. Right? On the other end, Snapfire, you're the same speed. So you just... Every time he goes at you, you're buying time. This is good. This tango that you have, it's really, really good because of the fact that you're just buying space or creating space for your Spectre. Now, seeing as people are kind of on you and this Slardar is kind of going all in on you, he's going, wow, above and beyond, really, to go after you. I would look at, the lane is here, and yeah, the Spectre is there. You guys, that dagger, if that was on this guy, would be way better. Also, the Spectre, oh, you're going to die against Snapfire. I can see this. Yeah. So that shackle into bash is just insta-death, right? That is definitely something that you need to worry about. Now, one thing that you probably could have done as the Snapfire was just look to pull, right? That actually helps Spectre way more because it's not just in this position where things can get kind of rough, right? So you need to... Like, I understand that the Slaughter was going on the Snapfire, and oh, this is shackle. This is a nice little combination. This is so rough. Into another crush. The Tango, the Hex, like shackles galore, and Snapfire's in position. Okay, good. He's got the self. Okay. Don't let him trigger that. Oh, you need to kind of cancel this clarity. Like, this guy without any mana is like range creep, right? So you need to... The Snapfire should not be here. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, you're going for last hits, but let Spectre do this. He can deny, he can get that XP. Like, this is completely protected under tower. So you need to be back here. Pulling, stacking, whatever it is. Actually, just trying to find this Shaman. Look at how much mana he's getting. The shackles are there. Okay. So, just, again, and I've talked this on my stream quite a lot, but you never want to go full wand. It sounds like you're going to go full retard, but it's kind of the same thing in terms of a support, because these +3 attributes really doesn't contribute that much, especially early on. What you want to be doing, and that's about 250 gold, and plus the 350 that you have, if you had brown boots, you'd be in a way better position, okay? Again, perspective. Slardar here is 345. He can, anytime he wants to run up on you, he can catch you and kill you. Because you have 300 speed, right? So by equalizing, so to speak, with the 45 movement speed, like previously when he didn't have boots, you were the same speed. So you just kind of zone because you're kind of ranged, kind of, and I use that very lightly. But you kind of hit him and then you run away. Every time he faces you, he looks like he's going to go at you, you need to run. But now you can't do that. What you're doing instead is you're actually doing the, you have these, like, you're never going to go past 10 charges. Okay? So this is why the wand is really not really worth it. Okay? What you want to do is get the stick, fine. Build up some charges, I get it. But you need to get brown boots. Brown boots is so important on a support. Because what you do is you shoot, and then anytime it comes near, you just backpedal. But you're the same speed. I mean, yeah, the turning rate and all that stuff, so you need to be a little bit more cautious. But, like, even this shaman, if he had boots instead of, you know, some of the other items that he get, and obviously he's going to go tranquils next. This is, the boots is way more important than both of these items combined. Because you're not going to get hit. Why do you need armor? The Swift Lace is 20, as opposed to the 45 movement speed. Brown boots, again, very important. Position 4, I recommend it even more. You might even go Tango brown boots. I think that you'll get more out of it. Okay, now, you see where the line is. This is where the equilibrium is. And the towers are just barely hitting. Meaning that the towers are pushing the lane. So what's going to happen is that these 3 creeps are going to push. You need to just kind of think about it like be 3 moves ahead. So seeing as the lane is going to push, you need to be back here pulling. And the shaman looks like he's pulling for you. He's taking your creeps. But you're definitely behind. It's beyond 5 minutes. Oh, that was nice. I don't know if your stun actually saved it, but that was a nice sunstrike into it. But okay, another thing to note. Actually, that was a good fight. I can't. There's nothing else to say about that. Maybe you could have been a little bit more aggressive in terms of going for this and then just like screwing off, like not even worrying about the slaughter, and then maybe potentially going for this. But this is like a judgment call in case Quap is ever missing. Okay, so now you have brown boots on the way, and Spectre just has a chili. Last hit wise, 18-4. That's not bad. Okay, so you've kind of salvaged what you could, which is great. Giving up first blood, not the end of the world, right? So you can still continue to stay in the lane, so to speak, so you're fine. But it really comes down to... Oh, this is a mistake by Slardar. Going more tangos. You don't need more tangos at this point. What you need is maybe a salve if it's really bad, but at this point, if you have more damage, people need to respect you more. And you're by yourself, and the shaman is nowhere in position, so that crush is a waste. Okay, this creep wave is getting large. This guy, the booty wizard, needs to be looking at pulling. This Spectre can get to nothing, can't get to any of this. This is a waste of his time. Even Spectre, again, if your support's not doing it, you have no reason to do this, and then you just start pulling. Cut this tree, pull it out. Like, you need to be as efficient as possible. Now it's going to continually push, and it's going to be in a terrible spot. I mean, it's in a great spot for the Dire, but you need to protect yourself, right? And how you do this is with the creep wave. Like, they're going after you, and this is not really. I mean, this is okay. They're not getting any of this XP. They just wasted a whole bunch of that, so that's good. One thing I don't like what you're doing, Spectre, is that you're spamming the dagger. You have 0 mana. Alright. You walked into that crush. Go for the shaman. Go for the shaman. You're not going for the shaman. Okay. Oh. Alright, okay. Another crush. My gosh, there's just spells galore. Oh, and here comes the charge. But I don't know if you have the right amount. Oh, nice stun! The cookie. That was really well played. 2-minute crush there, and that will just kind of salvage that. So, okay, good rotation there. That paid off in the end. Sonic wave. Okay. Get out. Charge. Oh, you're dead. So what Spear Breaker should have done is that when you saw the Quap here and you did run back out of line of sight, I would have tried to hide right here. Okay? This little bit of trees, meaning that the Quap can't see you if he's anywhere in this area. Okay? Quap can only see you if he walks here and he gets an angle on you. So knowing line of sights, and then once you're here, you quickly, or whatever lane you can choose, click on here and just charge this guy. Charge a creep, whatever it is. And you might have been able to get away, because, a sentry ward here, and Quap is moving here, they had 0 vision, and they would not have been able to see your charge. You would have gone through the trees, right? So just couple notes just to kind of make yourself, help yourself survive as a Spirit Breaker as well. Now, Spectre here looks like he's on Tinder. I don't know what he's doing here. Swiping right. Oh, he's buying stuff. Okay, look. Even when you're shopping on Amazon, or Shopee, or Lazada, or whatever you're doing, you're multitasking. Or you should be multitasking. Okay? If not, like... Oh my gosh, you're gonna get hexed here. And you're getting chased. Did you survive? You haunted all the way to the top one, which is the wrong one. Oh god. Oh god, that was a panic one. Okay, so he'll save you here. Alright. Okay. I mean, it's coming back to the fact that you were AFK for a bit. And again, you're not pulling enough. You need to know that if your support is not even in position, then you need to do it yourself. You don't look at your support as the only guy who's going to be, whatchamacallit, is pulling. You need to manage the creep wave yourself. And this is kind of where you need to... Oh, hang on. Nice stun there, but I think you should have cookied yourself. I think you might die for this. I think you've gone too far. There's no way to get away from this guy. So, if anything, what you should have done, instead of going and trying to run away, there's no way you outrun these guys. Okay? He's got his, the sprint. And then what you should have done is you should have gone under trees. Like, right here. Because it's technically within tower, and if they right-click you, this tower can do damage to them. Hopefully, maybe somebody else can TP in as well. Alright, now Spectre needs to come back from this game. And this is rough, because you had a bit of a rough laning phase. You're securing some runes, which is good. But you're going to go Diffusal first. Oh my gosh, do you walk into this? You do. Interesting. Okay. Alright. You go for the TP on out. Okay. Okay, well played. Quap had no idea where you went. That was like a Houdini. Alright, so Shaman here getting charged. The Sunstrike is off the mark. Charge. Bash. Bash. Now you might have gotten that with the cookie. Maybe. Oh, you got him in the end. Oh, was it because of the urn? Yeah, it was the urn charge. Okay, so you got him in the end. Alright, Invoker here going straight up Midas. I think Midas is actually good this patch. Just the fact that it's cheaper. The thing is that this Invoker... I mean, Exort has been buffed quite a lot as well. So I'm gonna... I hope he gets the Chaos Meteor, because that's going to do a lot more damage. So this will be interesting. But this Corrosive Haze has been buffed. Charge on in. Another strike as well. Backing him up. Where was the Cold Snap on that? Sunstrike does kind of connect, but he's going for this. Charge on out. Charge on out. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. I mean, you sacrificed yourself for the offlaner. I guess it was worth it, but I'm just trying to think if there were ways for you to get on out. I think that's the biggest thing, is just trying to stay alive. Okay. But Invoker's here, and this is an issue, is that he's been... this captain is wasting a lot of time in the bottom lane, while Quap has been getting free farm and just kind of dominating. Last hits are net worth-wise. Pretty telling story, right? This Quap has just been dominating. Invoker, on the other hand, has... Where's Invoker? Okay, he's back in the mid lane now. Okay, he's going to get BOT next. I kind of don't like that item, because you've already got Midas, and you're thinking that you're going to look to extend the game. And at this point, I think that what you should have done as the Invoker is to kind of... Okay, nice little play there. Nice charge. I mean, BOT is really nice in the sense of the mobility and everything, which is great. But I think that you want to fight. Like, if you're looking at Quap, she's going to get Orchid. That's queued up, right? And that's going to be a huge power spike. And then Alchemist is the late game. He's like the solution, right? He's going straight up. Oh, he's going Radiance. Okay. So, a lot of kisses. Oh. Do you get him? No, the Shaman is here. Sunstrike is off the mark as well. Oh, and here comes Io. I think that's a bait. I think that's a bait. The wards are there. Yeah. One thing to... Wait, no, the charge is coming. Alright. Yeah, nice relocate there. I was gonna say, if he got that. But he's coming back. I kind of don't like the... they've kind of recharged, and they're now in position. You gotta focus that IO. Great, great. Okay, that's a win. That's a win. Quap is coming. Yeah, now's the time. Now you gotta think that anytime it's under tower, you need to just think about running. Right? You've lost your mid T1, which is pretty huge. You need to run, and it's gonna be super tough, because that cross... Hey! Oh, that was so dangerous. Oh, you got away. Alright. Okay. So people are all here. Venomancer needs to know this Candy Cane guy. It might be a girl, who knows, with a name like that. But anyways, no judgment. Anyways, this guy needs to push. This guy needs to push. Like the towers, you can see 3 heroes on the map, right? Meaning that this guy should have been pushing here. He should have been placing wards and just pushing as much as possible. Focus the attention elsewhere. Somebody needs to TP on back. Instead, you've just gone into jungle. This is low tier play. This is not good. And I hope that is not your friend when I'm making very somewhat bold statements like that. But I'm just trying to help everybody get better, right? And just taking what space is available to you, what is given to you, right? So those are the kinds of things you need to take advantage of. Spectre is in a world of hurt here. Yeah, he's gonna get shackled. It's instant death, and that cyclone just is like pitiful because you're just not high enough. Okay, so this is why losing that T1 is just so massive. It's like a huge point, but it protects you because it gives you vision, and it like all of these avenues of attack. Like if you know that they're coming this way, like a couple guys might get in, but you have the tower to kind of protect you, right? So seeing as you don't have that, this is a huge thing, and this comes back to the Invoker not really, or getting bullied out of the lane. And yeah, he might not have had the greatest lane, but maybe somebody should have maybe rotated mid. But this charge is going downtown. Oh, you've gone Midas. Oh my gosh. All right. With a haunt on in, get the IO. Get the IO. Focus. Focus. Good. All right, good. Actually, you can turn this. You can turn this. You have numbers. Nice earn, but Quap is in position, and everybody's like, oh shit, get her. Everyone's scared of the Dominatrix, apparently. You're doing a lot of damage. She's in deny range. You can actually kill her. You guys, this is a good fight. Oh, but she gets denied. Slaughter with the play. That was a really nice deny. Wow. Okay. So now here's the thing. You've killed 4 people. What do? I like it how Invoker's going to go push mid. That's good. Spirit Breaker is here. Okay. So this... I mean, we'll see if it pays off in the end. This is a very risky play. It's an all-in play. Because you're thinking that the game is going to last another 20 minutes. Okay? I think it will, because they have an Alchemist, and they're probably not going to finish the game anytime soon. But you need to be very, very careful. Right? Alchemist, like... Because the thing is that if Alchemist... Oh, we got a Radiance already at 16 minutes. See, this is the things that you... In my opinion, I think the Vessel might have been better. Because it deals with the Alchemist sooner. Because if Alchemist fights now, you really have no way of kind of dealing with this guy. Your Spectre's not fat enough, and the amount of control is kind of non-existent, and he's just going to out-heal everything, right? And especially with that Radiance just making him even tankier. So I'm wondering if this is the right call. Basically, you're saying if you're going to go Midas, that you're going to kind of just give up on the Alchemist. You're not going to fight. You can't fight. So, alright, but I'm wondering what sort of items you end up going, because this Veno doesn't seem to be going any sort of utility. Spectre does have a Diffusal now, so he's going to help him fight, which is good. But how are you going to deal with this, the Shackle Crush combo, with the Alchemist in there? This could be rough, and so I don't really like the fact that you've gone Radiance now. Because looking at their lineup, right? Yeah, it kind of fucks with the Alchemist and the Slardar in terms of their attacking and the bashes and all that. But I'm wondering, because you have majority of magic damage on the other guys. So I'm wondering if that maybe Manta might have been better here. Because even if he Corrosive Hazes you, you can Manta out of that. You needed something a little bit more defensive in that factor, right? Because the Radiance, I mean, if they're all melee and they're all right clickers, then more power to you. It's all good. But what is going on here? Venno completely out of position, just thinking, oh, all I wanted was a rune. And he will die for that, just out of position. But Smoke Gank, actually, he tanked that. I mean, he was right next to you, Spectre. So you were kind of, you dodged a bullet, so to speak. But now he's going Ags. And look, if you can't kill a Shaman... Alright, I was going to say. Dagger from downtown stealing that kill steal, which is nice. Somebody DC'd. Alright, you DC'd. Alright, we'll fast forward a little bit of this. I don't really care who's the better meeple player. I have no strategy or tips for you there. Just click faster, man. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa! Alright, there was an Invoker. But he's dead now. F. Okay, and so Slardar has gone straight up Blink. I would have probably preferred something a little bit tankier. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the initiation is pretty much... You have that maybe with a... Okay, so you needed Blink at some point. But how are you going to deal with... like, you could just... Like, I've seen Slardar being built in, like, the Quartz style, where he just goes straight up attack speed. And he just gets perma bashes on you, pretty much. But, okay. If you want to go Blink, that's fine, because you have the sustain and the tank. Ooh, nice Blink in there. And the tether should come on in when you get jumped on. You do, and here we go. Spectre is now being haunting in. The charge is there, and they're looking to just TP on out. Nice Cyclone. That'll stop that. That was a good tornado by these Invoker. And they're going to get them all, and yeah, the IO. No way you get out of that. So, good fight there. The Snapfire died, so nothing of value was lost. Sorry, Snapfire. But, okay. Here is the thing. 20 minutes. You're up 16-11. You got 3 kills on that one, right? You gotta push. And this guy charging, what are you trying to do? I don't know where you're charging. Hang on. You're just charging the creep wave, right? Why don't you just stick, even with Venno, who's a great pusher, and then just take some T2, you know, take this damage, or take the tower down. I can speak. Once you take this down, it opens up avenues, because then you take away the outpost. Then it becomes very, very dark for this alchemist, who's honestly, he's like, all right, I'm happily farming right now, because until I get AC and BKB, I want to stay in this jungle, right? So you can dictate the tempo of the game by controlling the objectives. Okay, it's nice to get some ganks, and it's nice to push things out, and this is like safe farm technically, but this is doing no objective damage to you, right? The T1 is already dead. This is, I mean, this is gonna push regardless. It'll probably get to it at some point. Now you don't have it. Oh, you're silenced. You got Orchid on, yeah, on the Quap, and that's gonna be a dead you, right? So again, it's kind of like a long term, right? It's like a long-term thing. Is that, yeah, you got a little bit more farm, but actually you would have helped your team way more. You would have gotten the same amount of farm, but you would have taken down that tower. Timing-wise, might have been debatable, but people... But then, if you're focusing 3 heroes here, and they have to come back and to defend this, you're forcing people to be here while your Spectre is given space. It's like a big picture thing. It's not like a... I hope this makes sense, right? You can't think so, like, all the lanes should just be, you know, here, here, and, you know, here. But no, that's not how this game works. It's like a yin and a yang, and you need to kind of, like water, in the sense that, like, fill up where the gaps are, right? Like this, you really can't fight. Like, this Invoker is completely fucked. As I say that, he's almost away. EMP scares him away. Okay. Through that all, you lost your T2. Now, this opens doors. Notice how they're very focused in terms of how they're doing it. And yeah, they have some good pushers in terms of Shaman and all that. But this opens up more space for the Alchemist, because they can take your outpost here, and this is completely blocked off. Now you're choked in. Where is your Spectre going to farm? Right? Nice blink in there, and that's going to be a dead, yeah, Spirit Breaker, right? So, one thing I'm noticing is that the Spirit Breaker, you're too far out farming. Okay? You're in the spot where the creeps can see you, so you will be ganked. And this is a superior ganking lineup. How do you counter that? You get better vision. You get, again, you take away their towers. If they didn't have this, this is dark, right? So let me just draw things out, because I like to draw. Like, all of this would be dark. Like, this, okay. I can't draw, apparently. But, like, this is the space that this is what they would see. And the alchemist would be farming relatively close to this area. Now if you're looking at it, I can't get rid of the other lines. Look at how much vision they have. They've completely owned this because they have the creep wave as well. So it's about taking as much ground as possible. Like in a game of chess, in a game of, American football, all of these things, it's about understanding the spacing and where people can be. And in Dota, that is all controlled through towers. It's all controlled through these objectives. And this is why when you have those small openings, those gaps of taking locations, vision, all of that stuff, it will improve your game because the other team will play more timid. It's like a mental thing. Okay? Alright, so I hope that makes sense. Nonetheless, how are you going to get back into this game? You need to just stop this. Like, IO is a menace right now. I'm not going to lie about that, right? And the Slardar has been creating space. He's been, like, he's been all over the place. And the Quap has kind of been there to, like, the janitor cleaning up with the Orchid and everything. And so now the Alchemist is getting very scary, right? 3 big items at 23 minutes. It's going to be super annoying to deal with. Hang on, do you have Vessel? Nice Manta. Oh, he tried to get it, but you've actually been baited on in. The Corrosive Haze, the ult is now being used. The Haunt is coming on in, but again, if you're not going to focus on the Alchemist... Oh, you do get the IO. Okay, that's the #1 priority. I agree with that. Okay, are you going to get more? Nice. Okay. So that paid off. Use your Midas. It's off cooldown. Oh, instead you dig up a... One thing to note is, please have a secondary neutral. I think at this point you can actually have a secondary one. The reason being is that obviously when this is on cooldown, the 100 health isn't that big of a deal, and then you can use the other neutral. So just kind of cycle between the two. Okay, so now at 24 minutes, this is the time you're looking to group up. Okay, so good. Get something out of this. Giga is going a little... Oh, nice 3-man crush on that, and you've been kind of locked in. And again, Spectre, you were too far in. Your team was here, right? So okay, so Invoker's gonna die. There's no way you get out of that with Cross Phase. Okay, so that is a bad fight. Alright? And in hindsight, I mean, it's not a hindsight thing, right? This is one of those things where, look at where your team is. Understand how to fight. You're not strong enough. You have one big item. And the Diffusal. And you walking up into magic, right? Like, look at all this magic damage and control. Like, there's no way to deal with this. Right? What should have happened is that what you should have done is just stayed here. If you're going to take this, and mind you, the Alchemist was coming. You had a 5-on-4, but you're taking against the tower. And I always look at the tower as another player. So it's basically like a 5-on-5. And they have all of their ults up at that time. So it's super scary because you don't have, and I'm going to say this, is vision. Right? Let me look at strictly what your vision was like. Okay, look at your vision. You have nothing, but you went up blind. You walked into the Shaman. Right? You walked into the Bear Trap. Okay? So these are the things where, yes, you've killed Alchemist, but you're not that strong. Right? And getting out of position will just get your team murdered like this. If there was a ward here, if you took this, oh, you couldn't take the outpost. But if you moved up here, got a ward down so that it can kind of spot out roughly where things are, and then you played it safe, and then you focused on the tower, that you would have seen that coming, and you would have known to back. Right? Because you have to, I mean, if the wards are up here, and then he's kind of out of position, and then maybe the fight was going on, maybe Slaughter blinks in, he overextends, so to speak, and you pick him off, great. But going in blind is a huge no-no, and we saw why. Right? So, your dips, so to speak, the movement, the leads that you had, and this is not where an Alchemist is a better player, a Quap is a better player, none of that. Right? It's, again, big picture stuff. Right? I can talk about mechanics in the laning phase and what you can do better all day long, but that's not going to help you learn to play Dota. You need to think about, it's like basketball on the strategy side, right? Like, when do I attack the basket? What is that triangle offense that I'm running? Why do we have these systems? Why are we going in? How are we playing defensively? All of these things that you think about when you're playing, like, team sports. Dota is a team sport, right? So, understanding the peaks, understanding when you need to take towers, very important. So, okay, I hope you learned at least something with that. And to be honest, these are like textbook plays in terms of, like, these are very fixable things that you can do, especially since you're playing as a stack. Nice play there, and you've gotten the core. Okay, you did. Okay, and you've haunted in. All right, securing that. I don't think you need to do this. I don't think you can fight this. He's actually stronger than you, man. Again, you have one big fat item. And you're going for Radiance. Again, I don't agree with this. And you've been completely out of position. Okay, now your teammates are here. Okay, that was a nice play in terms of Spirit Breaker creating space for you. But, Vessel, okay. Alright, good stomp. Okay, so this is a, alright, okay. You gotta deny! You gotta deny! Oh man, that is frustrating. That's frustrating. That happens, but okay. But good fight. I mean, effectively 3 kills right there, right? But what do you get out of this, right? So it looks like you're trying to fix the lanes here. I mean, at this point, I feel like you need to do more damage, but I think you'll probably get at least 1 T2. Well, you get 2. All right, so Snapfire on Mortimer, doing a little bit of damage. He's a little scared. Charge on in, getting for the Vessel charge. Yeah. And he survives. Oh, nope. He gets shot in the end, but I think you'll die for that. I don't know if that was really worth it. Oh, do you get out? Oh, you do. The plays. Okay. Alright, I think one thing to note as Spirit Breaker, and again, this might be just a pub and you don't have communication, but I think you should talk. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you're doing stuff, which is fine, and if you're going to charge, you're going to make the play, fine, but somebody needs to back you up. Somebody needs to help you secure that kill for you, right? Because if you get shackled into the wards, and technically if you're by yourself, Snapfire, I mean, if Snapfire wasn't in position, Shadow Shaman could have gotten away, right? So those are the kinds of things where I hope you're talking. You're going, I'm going in. I'm going on Shaman. You know what I mean? Just be concise and just kind of point that out. What are you trying to go for, right? And then Snapfire will know, oh, like, dude, this guy actually speaks English on C, so I'll listen to this guy, you know? Like, and he'll be able to help you. Like, whatever it is, right? So, I think right now, like, and yes, Snapfire heard you, but it was more, or he reacted to you, but I think it was more of a, because he got there late, right? Or maybe he was just really far out of the way. I'm not really sure. Obviously, I'm not on your voice comms and I don't know, but just clean things up. Dig, Midas, whenever on cooldown. Always keep these things on there. And another thing to note, and if you want to go super anal or whatever, you can actually set up a timer. As I say this, you're going to get destroyed here. Shackled, yeah, not really much to do. Invoker, I should not fight. Oh no, Ghost walk away. Don't let him see you. Don't let him get the corrosive haze on you. You're dead. Okay, this is a bad situation. Okay? Look, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you die, right? But this guy has no business fighting or trying to save you. This was incredibly stupid. This is a throw. If one guy gets caught out, think of it as a smoke ink or whatever, let him die. There's no reason to throw yourself into this as well. This guy realizing that, he's like, I can't help him anyways, I'm just gonna get the fuck out, right? Like, you have to understand where sometimes it's okay to run, you know? You know what I mean? Like, as opposed to losing Invoker and Spirit Breaker, which is a pretty big jump, I think that right now, what it would have been better is to salvage as much as you could, right? Sometimes they're going to get good ganks and they're going to kill you. So you need to understand that, and you need to protect yourself, okay? Alright, so, the next piece is going to be... Alright, 30 minutes here, and it's only a 3k net worth lead. Against an Alchemist, you're in a pretty good spot still, okay? So I'm going to give props where props are due. Halberd on the Slaughter, which will make Spectre's life difficult, but instead he doesn't care, and he's still going to go Radiance. So, this is just another item to counter the Spectre. Nice blink there into a Crush. Sonic Wave catching out 2 of them. Candy Cane getting destroyed, and he's trying to save himself. And the Shadow Blade, apparently invisibility is invincibility because he's alive. But this is where things get scary, and this is where I think it just starts to snowball, right? Because they have the right amount of push. Alchemist is kind of getting out of control. But early to mid game, again, taking advantage of those peaks, the small things that you can do to improve yourself, right? And to improve your team. Radiance right now, 30 minutes. For the record, Radiance is an early to mid game item. Okay? It's very pricey, and the reason for that is that it's strong in the early game, but once these guys have items, like if he goes MKB, the burn damage just tickles him. Right, let's be honest. The 60 damage, it's really not that good. You needed Manta. It really helps with the corrosive. Oh, yeah. A 3-man charge there. He committed on this. Sunstrike is off the mark. The Tornado catches out 3 on the back end of this. Okay, you need to focus on Io. Guys need to understand who is the priority. He's the one that gives you all the amount of sustain. If you had Manta, you could fight, especially with your illusions. Okay, so you get something out of this. But it looks like Spirit Breaker is going to die on this one. Io is still alive. Mortar Kiss is now being used, and it gets his goo. He's, alright. And Invoker will probably die. He's within deny range. He does not get denied, but he gets killed by the dagger in the end. Okay, so Io had actually TP'd on away, and he survived. Okay, another thing to note is that if Spirit Breaker is going to go in, and I felt like he made the right decision of going against the Io. Io 100% needs to die. Okay? He is priority number 1. He needs to die. Okay? Because the amount of sustain he provides, just the amount of heals, everything just tacked on to Alchemist. If you vessel this guy, it don't really matter. I mean, well, it does affect him. But Io can pretty much sustain him. Okay? So this guy is a squishy ball of light. Okay? You need a haunt on this guy. You need a charge on this guy. And this guy needs to die. Okay? So whatever it is, you need to focus all in. If you can't kill this guy, there's no point in fighting. Second priority. The Shaman. Okay? Shaman, yeah, he's going to drop his wards. But he has a CC up the wazoo. Right? The Hex, the Shackle, all that stuff. He's like a sitting duck. Right? He needs to die. In that order, this is how you need to make sure that, again, you don't have the damage. You have Radiance. You're going to slowly burn this guy. You're going to pretty much say, I'm going to try to, burn this guy with the sun. And then let the Radiance do the... I mean, it's so little damage at this point. Right? And this is why Radiance isn't good past 25 minutes, I would say. Because, like, these health pools are sizable. Quap is 2k. Even the Shaman... Well, the Shaman's still kind of small. But nonetheless... He's tanking up, so to speak. They don't have any dust? Really? Oh, you walked in that sentry. Oh, God. No! You walked into the outpost! You walked in the outpost. This gives true vision. Okay. Nonetheless, mistakes were made. Look, if you're walking around and you're seeing that none of the guys are hitting you, sometimes it's okay to just stay still. Think of them as like dinosaurs in the sense that, like, if I don't move, they can't see me, right? I mean, yeah, they might drop it, but you know what I mean? Like, pretend to go, because what they can do is before you Shadow Blade, they might see the direction you were facing, which gives away what sort of area you're going. So you could be Shadow Blading facing this way, but then you turn around because they can't see you, and then you hide in the jungle somewhere, right? One thing to note, Slardar makes Roshan very, very quick. Okay, that Corrosive Haze is absolutely sick, and it will be meta this game or this patch. Yeah, Invoker has a rough time. I'm not gonna lie. This is super rough against like a Slardar because he just sees you. Like I play Invoker too, and I love it because I can just ghost walk away because nobody carries dust. But he does, like, he suffers. Are you going for this? I don't know how I feel about this, and I don't like this. Not like this, mate. Not like this. Not like this. The kisses are coming, but you're trying to run away. Okay, good. So you charge on out. Oh, you do get the IO in the end. That was super lucky. Yeah, that was a bad fight. Shackles. Okay, so none of your guys... Look at this. Alright, it's... If somebody on your team... Okay, alright, let me start over. Invoker has Ghost Walk. They have Corrosive Haze. Okay, that just straight up counters it. Okay? Now, the Venomancer and the Spirit Breaker both want Shadow Blade. Okay? Do you understand how in hindsight, how dumb that actually is? His ability already countered an Invis one, right? An Invis hero in the sense of, you know, Invoker. Yet, you spent 2,000 plus gold to buy an item that's going to be countered for them for free. Let that sink in. Bad Meteor. The Invoker, they don't even get a Shaman. Yeah, and this is just going to be snowballing and out. Okay? So, even Force Staff would have been better. Utility items. You needed some way to deal with all this magic damage. And we're going to see it at the end of this. That's a bad charge, especially since you're going solo. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, it's sad. Oh, it's sad. I just want to run. It's not a good item. Okay? You have to understand what are the heroes, what are the abilities that counter me. Yeah, this Slaughter don't care. Slaughter is fat. The only thing he's lacking is mana. Nice bashes. Oh, got to kill the Quap. Alchemist is still kicking. He does have Aegis though. He doesn't really have an out. Okay, he's not microing this fast enough. Not like he really needs it. He's gonna look to TP? Okay, there's no way he gets out of that. Alright, so you got something out of this. Okay, good. So, what is the call? Looks like just... Okay. Taking some structure damage. Not great. Okay, again, I'm gonna come back to this guy's items. Right? The Radiance thing. I mean, the Basher's alright, but you have to think of yourself as going offensive defensive item. You must get it, right? I think that, yeah. And Spirit Breaker is just kind of going all in, right? And he's trying to make an impact. Like, everybody went super offensive items. Nobody went defensive items. No utility, no pipe, which would have mitigated almost all of Quap's damage. Yeah, no saves, no Force Staffs. Oh, he has a Force Staff. Okay, so you're going to get something out of this. He tried to go for the save. Oh, he does get it. And there's the crush. Shadow Blade? Oh no, he's Crossfade. Yeah, so it doesn't matter, right? So I hope... Okay. So if you're an Invis hero, if you have somebody and you have a hero like a Bounty Hunter or a Slardar that just literally counters your hero, don't go more Shadow Blade. No, like that should not... This should be like the easiest thing. I mean, it seems simple to me, but like, I'm seeing a lot of people do this, where they just think, oh, he'll just corrosive haze the other guy and not me. And as you're seeing, this guy's smart enough to kind of just spread it around. People need to understand that. I think that, yeah, I'm thinking any other item would have been better. Like Silver Edge, like really, I mean, I get it for the Alchemist, but I'm thinking it's for the Alchemist, you know, but I don't really like it. I feel like you need to go sustain. Just keep yourself tanky, all right? Or some ways to just kind of get yourself out. Like if you're gonna charge on in, you charge on out. Like you're looking at the Shadow Blade as like a get out of jail free card, right? And as you can see, you're gonna struggle against this. Oh, that was stupid. Why would you waste time? Like give your Spectre's gonna. Oh my god. Now you don't have Tornado to save him. That was really bad by this Invoker. Did you like he wasted time by tornadoing everybody, and the Spectre was just kind of like sitting underneath trying to catch the ball, so to speak, catch the creeps, and then he just got caught out, and he could have used that tornado to save. So okay, this game's probably going to end very, very soon. So TP on back, no buyback from Spectre, so that was pretty much it. 57 seconds. Place those wards, man. Like, yeah, like whenever it's off cooldown, like there should be no reason why this should not be. You should not be casting these things. Yeah, you're just dead. All right. Okay. So that's it's a very simple. Like, if you're gonna buy items, there must be a reason why you buy the item, right? And it's kind of like a fighting game in the sense of, you know, you have like button mashers in that sense. And like, why are you hitting a button? It's kind of like Dota. It's like the same thing. Like there has to be a purpose for every single decision that you're making, and that's why this game is super difficult, because like there needs to be a reason why you went Shadow Blade. Like even this dragon skill would have been better on one of the offlaners. Oh, Yon's on in. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so GG. Alright, I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for tuning in. Apologies if I sounded mean, but I'm just trying to give some tips so that you hopefully learn. I know I did, so thank you very much.